guys go off and start your pro careers all over the country, literally. So what's it like? What's the dynamic like when you guys all get back together? Guys that you consider brothers.
Yeah, man, it's like we never left, and that's a good thing about good teams. Anytime there's a large amount of time of separation, anytime that you can come back together and feel like no time has passed, that's a pretty special place, and so that's what we have here in Eugene.
You can listening to Ed talk before you guys went out there and got wrecked by dodgeballs.
Right.
You could sense the passion in his voice. And it looked like that's a passion you share as well.
Absolutely, man. Anytime you can give back to a kid, give back to a community that helped you get to where you are, I feel like you have to do it. There's no better opportunity to show your love and your appreciation for people that helped you get to where you are.
And do you feel like being a father, like that's magnified even more, just being around kids and trying to help them?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I was talking to some of those kids, and I'm old enough to kind of be your dad right now, having a kid. So, anytime you can and kind of fill a role or have someone look up to you, it's a big deal. It's a pretty big deal for a kid to come up to you and say, hey, I idolize you, or, I look up to you. It's a pretty huge deal. So, with that comes a great deal of responsibility. You
guys have OTAs, training camps in about a month. You play football for a living, but is there a different kind of conditioning needed to be in the room?
Running from kids there's nothing like it. Nothing like it, man. That's probably more scary than running from guys on the football field. Those kids are relentless. They show you no mercy, no love. They want to hit you where they can with dodgeballs in the face, everywhere. So they show you no mercy in there.
Year one for you in the books at the next level. How would you assess your time so far being in the NFL? How much have you learned? Have you grown?
Man, the time that I've had there it's priceless. To be able to see the things that I've seen, to play under the guys that I've played under, to be able to be under the coaching staff that I'm under, and then to go out and do things myself. That's something it's priceless. You can't beat that. That's not something that you would learn, just walking down the street. So my time there has been great.
And you guys, I was talking to Ed about this. He's joining. You said part of the force that got him there was having some people that he was familiar with, some friends. What's that been like, being with some guys that you've played with in the past? Now at the next level, you guys can kind of share this journey together.
It's been special. For me going in, I knew Stu was there, but I didn't know Brandon was there. So to have him there, have Jonathan there, and now to have Ed there, that makes things a lot easier. It's a group of guys in place that you already had relationships with, that you're already close with. You can always go out, have fun with. That makes things a lot easier to deal with.
He was joking about the dynamic of playing with Cam, while he was excited to play with a quarterback of that caliber. What Auburn did to the Ducks a few years back.
Yeah.
What did he give you a hard time about that at first?
When last season when we played out in Arizona, we were going through walkthrough in the Cardinal Stadium, and he comes over to me in the middle of a play. KB, I was standing right there when that clock hit 00. Where were you at? Well, you know what? I don't have time for this. We both here now. Let's move past that.
That's pretty great. Where do you think you're at as a player now? Obviously, the team is knocking on the doorstep, getting to the next level. How close do you feel you guys are as a group, and where do you feel you're at as an individual?
As a group, I feel like we have a lot of work to be done, but we're not far off. We have a very special group of guys out there in Charlotte, a very special coaching staff, equipment staff, training staff. It's all fitting together real nicely. Then as an individual, I'm always learning. Always open to learn more, experience more, and so, I got a ways to go, but I can get there with the group of guys that I have.